bits next here to do some colouring. We're going to do the green shelf, the green, and I'm using a bit of what do you call it, artistic license, because I'm viewing the turquoise as a bit of a green. So speaking of which, we're going to use the two turquoises, 162 and 156, to do the water, because I haven't got blue in this one. So this turquoise is just going to go around the edge first. And then just using the light on, pull that in. I'll obviously be going over the stalks with the fine liner, so don't worry too much about the extra there, and we'll go around the edge. I didn't colour that background in there in black. Look there, black kind of coloured background, because it's glass and you can see through that. So I will have to, that's just an oversight on my part, so I will do that. I think there's a couple of glass items actually, so there's probably a couple of areas where I've done that. Very, very lightly, just at the edge, do a bit again. So that background colour at that point, oh, that's two. Oh, I'll have to go back to that. I'll have to work out which background colour it is and do it. Anyway, that's the glass bit done, and the flowers we're just going to stick really simple and go with, I will do the fine liner for the little petals and the leaves because it's so tiny, but around the centre there, let's just pick up and do a little bit of the colour like on the water. And then we're going to use the Cadmium Yellow. Oh, you're saying, Beck, you said you were using greens. This actually, what says Cadmium Yellow, it's got a kind of a green tinge, and it actually, in my polychromos, because I don't keep them in the order that they came in, this actually sits with my greens, because it goes really well. It goes really well with these turquoises, but it also sits with my greens because it goes really well with this green here. See, it kind of like looks, there's a green there. You can see it's a green one. Well, I'm saying it's a green one anyway. Yeah, so now we go with the fine liner, and we'll just go with a nice number 51 in the Tri-Plus. We're just going to go over the stalks there. Well, that's going to annoy me that I've got to match that background, but I will do it though, I promise. Go over here. And I'm just going to colour these in the plain green, going over the black lines. Nice and simple. So how are all you? How's life treating you all? Well, I hope. I won't go green, I'll do that in another colour in a second. There we go. And staying with the turquoisey slight colours, number 54 in my Tri-Plus, to go around. Oh, I was trying to think of these the other day when I was doing the red shelf. Was it this one? Yeah, when I was doing the red shelf. Dandelions. That's what we used to call them. Dandelions. And you'd get it and you would blow the dandelion, and all the little things would come off and fly off, and you'd be able to tell the time by what's left or something. Something like that when I was a kid anyway. I'm just going to outline these. as I'm outlining them, I'm not necessarily being that careful as in trying to colour in the middle, because I'm actually going to leave some little white bits here and there, little highlights. There we go. On to the next one. Now, when I did this before, I did this pot in quite a strong turquoisey colour. So we will go for number 155, so Cobalt Turquoise. And do the darker colours just on the outsides. And try and give this teapot a bit of depth, a bit of roundness. A little bit of colour underneath. Go the next one down. Number 156. I do like the colour turquoise. And then just complete that bottom bit there. Rory will be going over it. And then just the last turquoisey one. What's this? This is actually called light PHTHALO. Phthalo? I don't know how you pronounce that. Green. I know my pronunciation with my Birmingham stroke slight Aussie twang is probably a bit strange to some of you out there. I don't always know the correct pronunciation of some things, so I do apologise. So on the sides here, I'm going to do the lighter turquoise and then just rely on the outline with the fine liner. To give it that definition. And the bottom bits here, yeah, they're also just going turquoise. Okay, and then for the circles, we're going to go a nice light green. So this is number 171. Oh, it's actually called light green. And I'm pressing on very firmly. I just want block colour here. Again, we will be going over it. So, right, now let's attack it with a fine liner. So we're going to go with the darker one. So go for the darkest pencil colour, which is the darkest turquoise, and match your fine liner. So number 51, which is the dark turquoise in the 0.88. Stabilo, yeah, see there's one I don't know how you pronounce. And I say Faber-Castell all the time, but I actually think it's more Faber-Castell. So I apologise to all my German viewers out there. You're probably cringing every time I say it. I do apologise. Okay, so that's that, and we're just going to go around circles here. So it's a hard day at work today, and I couldn't wait to come home and do some colouring. It's my stress relief. There we go. And then let's go around here. My dog's just come and pushed open the door and then just walked off. How annoying. Hold on 1 second. side, do you? And when that bit is near there, I'm just going to do a few dots so it would have a little bit of shadow. And a few dots there just where that joint's at. A little bit of shadow. There we go. Bit of pattern on there. Now let's do the leaves. So what colour are we going to do leaves? It's a nice thin stalk. I'm going to go quite a darker colour here. Nice thin stalk. The flowers are actually probably the most challenging on this shelf because you haven't naturally got overly bright colours. Just going over the leaves. And so yes, the light greens and stuff are going to be coming into play quite a lot. A little leaf, I'm presuming that's a leaf. It's a bit weird sticking out there by itself. Okay, so let's go quite dark-ish on the those leaves there that I've just coloured. And then we can go a little bit lighter on those, and we'll go outline. If we go near the centre, do it's still a light green, but like a mid-light green. And then go, that was, sorry, I'm not telling you the numbers, are they? So that's number 112. And then we're going to go number 171, the light green. And my cheaty green yellow. Actually didn't realise. You see, I don't, when I'm normally colouring, I just pick up the, I don't look at the numbers or read the names really. So I just pick it up and colour really. I'm just going to use number 51, just the plain green to outline. So yeah, because that to me has got a kind of a green base, it just sits with my greens. I automatically just picked it up and used it without really realising the name. There we go, on to the next one. Now we do the little jug now. We're going to do this very dark kind of green. So let's go for these two. So this is number 157, is it? Green olive and May green, number 170. So I'm going to do a darker, and darker on the edge coming across to light. And just a little bit of dark on there, not as much. So the light's sort of hitting it, not in the centre, just to the side. And use the May green. So these are sharpened to a point because, yeah, this is quite smallish areas that colouring with them. There we go, that goes nice. And then I'm just going to use fineliners for the other bit, but I will take that May green while I've got it and do a little bit there. Okay, so this time to go around there, I'm going to use a darker one. So this is number 57 of the Tri-Plus, the olive kind of colour. And I'm firstly going to outline. And then do the handle. So we're going to be going, some gold dots will be going on here. And we'll use a slightly different green, maybe go back to the lighter green here for the plant. I think I might just leave the white as it is. Right, and then, oh, do need another colour there, so I'll just use this while I've got it here. Job done. Right, next one, moving on. Right, this big pot here, last time I used 2 greens. You'll notice a lot of the combos I'm doing with the greens in polychromos are just 2 pencils. This is Juniper Green 165 and Earth Green 172. I do, with my old eyes, I do hate that you have to, I'm just going to sharpen this one. Sometimes you have to catch the light properly. Why do they make it so hard to see? Why can't they keep it simpler? I had, thank you for, I can't remember her name, and I do apologise, who mentioned a different pencil sharpener for me to try out, to Gall, TG888L. So I've ordered one, looks good, and you can actually alter the how much you want it sharpened, which I thought was pretty cool. So I'm waiting for that to come, so thank you for that tip. Hadn't heard of it before. Okay, let's go with 165, the Juniper one. Ooh, I pressed a bit hard there, did you hear it break? It was flying off. So I'm going to go with the darker one on the outside. Because there would be a little bit of shadow, I'm just underlining on that. And bring that in a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to use the lighter one, so the Earth Green 172, and I should be able, yeah, so I'm colouring that middle bit in, going over first, and then just going over where they join, sort of a medium pressure, I would say. I've gone over a little too hard. See where I've pushed a little too hard on there, so you've lost this darker green. So I'm just going to touch that bit up. I'll just bring it over all of it now, maybe. Okay, then I'm going to take this now, but press quite firmly, because I want a darker shade of that colour. So I'm actually pressing quite hard. A little bit lighter just on that bit. Right then, and now we're going to outline, but we're going to outline with the olive green, so the one that we were using there. and very careful. So I don't really want to go over onto the green. I really just want outline on this, because when you use a dark fine liner, they are so dark, you have to be a bit more careful. If you do go over, you can really, like there, change the colour. There we go. Oh, I forgot to do the gold bits on that one right there. Ooh. No, not being very careful. Concentrate, Becky, concentrate. Okay. Then on this top bit, because I've actually gone over the lines, I think I might have to do a bit of pointillism, posh word for dots, to blend in my error. I'll do a little bit on each side now. There we go. Right, now we're going to do the, I'm going to stick with this darker one actually, to do this quite strange flower. Oops, knock that one up a bit, put that right. And then just go over the lines that go out to the little daisies. That I'm going to have to colour green somehow, all with green colours. Oh, sorry, knocked you over there. Okay, let's colour in those leaves, and let's just go with the what's this one? This is number 167, permanent green. I just want a different green to the pot, even though I use the same one to outline. And then I'm going to go with the turquoise colour, so number 136, cobalt green, 156, sorry, cobalt green. The turquoise, which is looking quite blue when it's against there, doesn't it? I'll change that slightly, I'll show you how. Oh, missed one. So that looks quite blue, probably a bit too blue. So I'm going to take the lighter greeny yellow. It's Green Honest 205, and we're going to colour not only just the centre bit, we're going to go over all of it just to take that blue into more of a turquoisey, greeny hue. There we go. And we'll get the turquoise 0.88, dark turquoise, I'll just go around. The dogs have just had their dinner and they're both in the room with me now. And I don't know if you can hear them kind of licking their paws and sort of slobbering a bit, doing their post-dinner evening cleaning routine. I do apologise if you can hear those kind of noises. If you've got dogs, you'd understand. Cats, if you've got cats do the same thing, but they're so quiet, aren't they? They're so quiet about it all. They make the noise when they're out on the tiles on the night. There we go. Okay, next one. So we're moving on to this big kind of orchid type of plant, I suppose. So I'm going to do the flower. We're going to do it the other way around and do the flower first. And I think looking at this, we're going to do a bit of turquoise. You know, the kind of turquoisey colour. So this is the dark turquoise. Then we got the medium turquoise. And then we're going to go the green yellow. And when you do the green yellow, just take it over the bluey turquoisey bit to turn that into more of a green. And then do the ends the yellow while I've got it out. But we will be using the green on this as well. And we'll go with the this one here, which is number 171 light green. And then we'll go for a slightly more medium green. So now we're going to go for the number 266, whatever that is, permanent green. And we're going to get the 112 leaf green. There we go. Right, now to outline it, we'll use two. We'll use the turquoise, the dark turquoise, to go around the pointy leaves, I think, these ones here. So the dark turquoise for those. Did you like a present? Go over the dots with the turquoise as well. And then this bit here. Just put a few dots on there. Then we'll go for the other bits. We'll just go nice light green. 51. And we'll use that one. We'll take that down onto the leaves of the plant as well, I think. Just outline there. Take that down here and there we go. Now the pot at the bottom. What are we going to do with that? Well, it looks like we went with another turquoise theme. do that again. Mid turquoisey colour. And then the number 162. And this middle bit, I'll do a nice light green. So we'll actually start with the May green, just for the edges, and then very quickly go to the lighter green. So let's go to 166 grass green. Oh, it doesn't go very well, does it? That's okay, I'm just going to go over that May green a bit more. So I'm really, because that I made the wrong choice there, so I'm pressing really hard over that first green. I'm going to get rid of it. Then go with our yellow that's a green, Honest Governor. There we go. Right, outline, let's go with, oh, before I do the outline, I'm just going to use the lighter turquoise, number 54, just to fill in those white bits. And then the darker turquoise for stabilo to outline. So while we're here, actually, let me get my gold pen and just do, because I forgot to do it, a bit of gold dots on this one. And then just a little bit on here. A little bit on here. There we go, only tiny, not too much, just a little touch. Right, we've got these really cute little droplet ones here, and we're going to do a graduation colour going up on these. From the first turquoise, not the dark turquoise, the mid turquoise. To the 162, the light phthalo green. Going over it to try and get a smoother blend. I'm pressing quite firmly on these. Then we're going to go up with a light green. So this is, no, grass green's not light enough, sorry, not grass green. Choose this one, which is lighter green. That's the one. And the very top one will be that greeny yellow. that's pretty. I'm going to outline it with the darker turquoise. And then I'm going to outline the little, like a droplet of water or whatever, in the dark turquoise, and then colour the centre with the lighter, number 54 Tri Plus. There we go. And then we're going to get the gold dot pen and just do a little gold dot on the top there. Right then. So these ones, these little flowers here are a lot like the ones that we did over in the teapot. So let's stay with a similar one. So I'm going to use, oh, it's a darker green. We use the darker Stabilo number 36 for the stalks. I'll do the same. And then we're going to do the light green. I can't remember the colours, so we're just going with the flow. Grass green. Oh, this is a bit lighter, so that's okay. We'll just use grass green, and what I'm going to do is press firmly when I'm near the centre there to get like a strong colour, and then just do little circles going out, but don't go all the way to the edge. So I'm using the white for sort of graduation. And I won't use another pencil, I'll just leave it like that. There we go. And then for the centre we'll use that one. And then we're going to go over with a lighter green. So we've got the this one here, which is number 53. And this is one of the ones, it's so light, it doesn't really change the actual colour of the black line, it's too light. It just defines it a bit, so that's where, because you've gone over the black lines with pencils, it loses some of that definition. So it's still important to go over each black line. Right, there we go, on to the next one. Now, can you still see this one? Yeah, all right, last one, and then I'll move the camera along. So we're now doing sort of mid greens, so let me have a look. Let's use these two. So we're going to use the permanent green with the leaf green, and we'll do a bit of shading here. Follow the lines. So this lighter green here kind of almost clashes a little with the darker green I picked, but I quite like the effect. I haven't always got to be perfectly smooth. And I'm just going to go over with the darker one around near the lines. Yeah, quite like the flash there. Okay, and we're going to get the mid darker green, so the stay below 0.36 to outline this one. Oops. Not being very careful, you're going. Get over the lines. There we go. Right, now these ones call for a bit now because that's quite dark, but we're going to go for a darker, maybe the olive to outline. So we want a darker one. Let's go. We'll use the 167, the green olive. Again, I'm only using one pencil, but I'm using the pressure to get some lighter shades. So very firm on the edge and then very, very light. Now I'm going to get the fine liner. Get the stalk first. There we go. Right then, and that flower at the top, now it's quite dark, so let's go a little bit lighter. So I'm going to use the 122 leaf green, come out and down and just do a line. And then get that really nice greeny yellow. And just go over the top and fill in the petals. And then we'll outline in the light green the Triplus number 51. There we go. So let's quickly move on to this one now. And what I've done last time by the look of it is I've just used the 172 earth green and kept this vase actually really light, just using that one pencil. So pressing quite firm on this left hand side, and then as I go into the centre, less and less pressure. And then on this side, keeping it quite light. There we go, done. And to outline it, we'll use that olive. But really carefully trying to just go on the line. I don't want to bleed the olive colour onto the other colour. There we go. And we're going to keep the plant in there quite light. So So we'll go with 51 light green. I'm going to colour these bits because these could be leaves. Oh, these flowers should really be something other than green, eh? But we've got to stick to our colour scheme for our shells. Let's just go over that there. Right, so let's go for a nice leaf green for the leaves. And then we're going to go a nice, what one's this one? Grass green 166, the flower, from the centre going out. And then a little bit of yellow on the edges, not too much. They're all going to look the same colour. There we go, and let's go around the edge with the light, very light Triplus, just as a definition. Done. Right then. Right, this one. Now, I think I'm going to have to move you across now. Yep, that's the last one you can see. So, I'm just going to move you over. Let's make sure you can see all the way to the edge, which you can. But you can't see that one. Okay, moved you too far. How about there? Oh, 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 oh. And yeah, there we go, we can see those. Yeah, you can see all of them now. Okay, let's do this one, and we're going to go, let's go a nice minty green, my minted green combo. So this one is Deep Cobalt 158 and Emerald Green. I look at both of those and think mint, but anyway, maybe mint chocolate. You know, it's like a After 8 mint chocolate packet. Look, see, After 8 mints, that's what that colour is. So I'm going to press in quite firmly, so I want it quite a bold colour, a lot of pigment on the bottom. Then as I move up, I'm pressing less, so lighter and lighter, so it will blend easier. And I'm going to take this one, which is 165, my emerald green, and I'm going to start at the top, pressing firmly so I get the block emerald green, and then just move down and blend that into there. There we go. And I think the top. Keep that emerald colour. Alright, lovely. I'll go with the dark, where is my darker green? I've got like a minty green as well. Sorry, I'm just trying to find. Oh, we'll go this one. Number 5, which is just a normal Triplus green. It's not the one I was trying to find, but that's okay, this will do. Carefully follow that up. There we go, I might as well stop with this green. stay with this green to go up here. Now do I colour these in a lighter colour or keep them dark? Oh, too much talking, not enough concentrating then. I might actually colour them in a slightly lighter colour. So I've outlined all that in those, and then I'm going to get the medium, so the lighter 51 Tri Plus, and just do all fine liners on this one. And there we go, on to the next one, which is a cute little tiny little vase here, which I might just do fine liners only, because I've got this out. So I'm going to go round in this lightish green here. I'm going to get number 53, the very pale green, the Tri Plus. Go over it a few times at the top there to make it a little bit darker, same at the bottom. Maybe circular movements. And the little leaves them themselves. Let's go, where's my mid green? So I'm just going Stabilo. .88. I don't think they should be that dark though. I'll keep them light, so might go, let's try this and see. So this is the 53. Let's see if I use that on its own. There we go. And leave that bit white. There we go. Right then, onto my little planter. Now the little planter box, I've got a gonna go for this kind of colour repeated here, because then we can go all nuts with the turquoise on here. So let's go with the dollar combo. So it's that one and this one. So numbers, what numbers are they? They are numbers 165 and 172. And I'm pressing quite firmly because I want this quite a bit of dark because it's such a big area. Right, and this is the bit where I want to blend, so I'm just doing circular motions and taking them out. Underneath there, because it's a bigger dip, I'm going to bring the colour down a little bit, because I think there'll be a bit of a shadow there. And the bottom would be Okay, leave the little feet. We can colour those in whatever I end up outlining with. So now I'm just going over the very edge of this to blend it in. Go, and I'll get that olive colour. Be quite careful as we go over here. The olive feet. There we go. Right then, so before I've done this quite bright now, so for those sticky leaves there and one sticking up there, I'm going to go 51 and just go straight in with the 51 block colour. There we go, and then we're going to do the number 162. And we're just going to do the inside of, they're like little love hearts, aren't they? The inside of the little love hearts. Here is the bottom point. Obviously can't see that on some of them. The same on this one. And then the other, these ones here, we're going to do, actually we'll get the darkest turquoise, where's that? That's here, so we'll start with number 153, the Cobalt Turquoise. Give quite a deep one, again starting at the centre of each succulent leaves. And I know they're the love hearts, but I'm going to do those slightly darker. Now go with the medium turquoise, I'll call that, it is actually the Cobalt Green 156. Sorry for confusing you by calling it what I call them. I should just rename them all. So it's the colours I've come to think of them as I use them, if you know what I mean. Rather than the names that Faber-Castell has given them. And now that one, my light one, 162, for the outer edge. And then those ones will go with that yellow, the nice yellow. That's a green on his governor. I'm just going to go over the whole thing quite lightly, and then you're not going to go over the light turquoise too much. You won't ruin that colour. There we go. Right, to outline them, I'm going to use the lighter number 54, the lighter turquoise Tri-Plus on this lighter flower. There we go. But then for the other ones, I'm going to use the darker turquoise because I've used the darker turquoise pencil. So the light finally will still work, but it wouldn't look as good. It wouldn't cut through as well at the bottom of those plants. There we go. Right then, onto the onto the very turquoise one. We're nearly at the end. So for this one, we're going to go. We'll use all the turquoise combo with that yellow. So that classic combo. I use these a lot. These turquoisey ones. So dark turquoise first. I'm literally just copying what colours I did last time. And some of the detail bits there, I'm actually going to use the Fineliners because it's easier. And when you're doing sort of detailed bits. Okay, and then yellow. Right then, so let's get the dark fineliner. I'm going to start by circling those and filling in the white bits. Go down the lines of those. I'm purposely sort of going over the line there. Didn't purposely go over the line there, I just went over by accident. few dots in there, shall we? That might do actually, that will do for now. Right, 2 big flowers up there. Let's go for a medium green for the leaves. And I'll go with the light greeny, minty kind of one, emerald green here. And now I've done that, I'm going to go back with the eyeliner. There we go. And the top ones we're going to go turquoise, but we're going to go the lighter turquoises with the little yellow bit. And then just on the ends to the yellow. So sort of start at the top and bring it down, because that yellowy greeny turns it greeny. Turns it more greeny. And then we're going to go round with the lighter Tri Plus number 54. Nearly there, we're nearly there. So I'm going to upload this tonight. It's a Tuesday night me recording here. Now, hold on a second, I'm talking here. I'm just going to bring my, I'll do it on the side here. The ink was starting to, I could feel the ink not flowing then, and it's just because there's so much pencil there. See, there's not much ink coming through, so you need to just clean the tip of your fine liner off on a piece of paper. I haven't had to do that too much for maybe all of this shelf, so it's not too bad really. Do it again. There we go. Right, last little bit here. So let's go with a nice normal, like bog standard green. So we'll use the leaf green and the grass green. Leaf green and grass green. Oh, and they turn out to be quite similar in colour. Okay, when you got a problem like that, let's get a darker one than the leaf green. try this. I know that's the minty one. Oh, go on, we'll do the minty one. Let's experiment. So this is the Emerald Green 163. Oh yeah, that goes. It's a little bit darker. That'll do. That will do, laddie. That will do. I'm just going to go around that with my Stabilo dark green. And I'll use that same green for this because it's quite dark. Oh, bit of a slip there. Never mind, never mind. Oh, I'm going to just do little balls. Now we're on to our last one. I was saying something then, wasn't I? And I stopped because something happened. Anyway, I don't think I said it. Apologies for repeating myself. I can't even remember. Let's do the last one. So Tuesday night was what I was saying, and I'm going to use these two. Sorry, I'll tell you these, and I'll carry on talking. 167 green olive and the May green. And yes, Tuesday night, and busy day at work, and then I was like, oh, well, I can't wait to do some colouring. And oh, should I do my own colouring? The little whip I've got going on at the moment, which is a Kirby, an old Kirby one that I've trying to save and yep, finish off, or not. And then I thought, no, I've got an amazing person who's following my tutorials called Hayley. She's doing an awesome job. Shout out to Hayley. And I promised her I'd do it Tuesday today. And so, you know, she might be tuning in at some point, wanting to carry on, because she's already done the red shelf and done a brilliant, brilliant job. She also did the colour along. Go and have a look if you haven't. Of Rita, I did a colour along for birds out of one of Rita Berman's books. And Hayley did that. And not only did she do that brilliantly, she also then went on and, it's a 2-page one, did the other page. Yeah, did it really good. I didn't get around to finishing it, so she did awesome. Check her out. Hayley's Corner it is on Instagram. HAYLEYS Corner. Or look on my page. Have I tagged her on my page on anything? No. No, it's my story. The stories, I tagged her on the stories and they don't last, do they? They kind of 24 hours and then they disappear. Then they're gone. I kind of like that though, they disappear. I do like the IG stories. I look at those all the time from different colourists and whatever. And I like the little one, is it Patrick that does, where you just get the little speed kind of colouring and they go through the time lapse. Yeah, I like those as well. Done a couple of those. I did the mandala on that. I like doing that. Okay, nearly done. Last bit, and we're over. I haven't told you the colours I've used here. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, we've used all the colours in the other bits, so work it out. No, that's those two, the little balls there are that one and those two, which are 165, I'm reading upside down, 172, and then those ones I just did the top bit in the grass green, and I think the bottom bit was the leaf green. So I'm just going to go over that now. I'm going to use the Olive Tri Plus, so number 57, and then we're finished. I will go back and do the background. You know the very first pot we did with water? Yeah, we need to colour the background in for that, but I'll do that. You don't need to watch that. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Have a go. Tag me when you've done it. Hayley will be straight onto it. I'll get that tomorrow. You're awesome, Hayley. And I will attempt to do the blue shelf on Sunday. Job done. Do we need any little bits of gold? We should put a few flecks of gold somewhere because there just isn't that much gold on here, is there? So let's add a bit of gold. We can certainly put a bit of gold on this bit. Maybe on the edge of there. Where else could we do a bit of gold? I could add little gold bits. I actually didn't do too much gold last time on this green one either, so let's take a bit of gold up there. I think job done. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you on Sunday for the blue shelf.